Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to K.Ash Capital. You're watching the Trade of the Week and the Weekly Trading Review. Now let's review. Okay, for the Trade of the Week and the Weekly Trade Review, instead of making some PowerPoint about it, I thought it'd be easier if we just went straight to my trading journal. So I use TraderView as my trading journal. And to kick this off, we can go straight to how we did for the week. So you can see 3 green days, 1 red day, and then 1 day where all I did was enter 1 trade. All this totals to where I only made, I believe it was $518 on the week. Not a big week at all, but nonetheless, green is green. And so I'll take that over a big red week. So let's dive in. All right, so the 6th, I opened the Iron Condor on DE. And as we continue on, I'll show you what I did with that because that goes also later in the week. We're on Tuesday. Alright, Beyond Meat. I left a lot of money on the table with this trade. I bought the, as soon as it opens, here it is. So here you can see I bought the 72.50 calls for $4.17 and sold them back for $7.55, giving me net $336 profit. See here, we'll zoom in. I bought the calls down here for a new trading myth I never heard. I took what they call a tax loss harvest, where you buy the bottoms expecting them to go up in the beginning of next year. Apparently it worked for this one. But what I did is I obviously sold through here. I sold when it was at 80, and as you can see, it had quite a bit more to go. The reason I sold at 80 is because it was hitting the 618 retracement, and it's already been beaten down, and it was just going down, and I was worried. Well, not really worried, but I had a chance of continuing further down. And with the way the market's been acting this last week, I closed it out, and it's always easier in hindsight to see it keep going, but nonetheless, the winner's a winner. And then WHR, kind of frustrated. So this one I got a little technical with it. So I entered on this pullback right here to the 21 EMA, which is this white line right here. And then it continued, as you see, just to chop sideways. And then with just a long call, you start to lose theta value very quickly. So then I went ahead and put on a put credit spread to counter the theta decay. Thus, and I ended up closing it for a small loser for a 118. And the reason I closed it is come here. So I bought it when, like I said, it was right here. Just kept on chopping around. Gapped up, looked like it was gonna do good, then it got back down, and then it just kept on going all over the place. And with the issue with Iran happening, and then I could see the market crashing further down whenever if a World War III type thing was to kick off in the news. So then I got out for a small loss. And typically when I buy a long call, I hold on for 3 days, and if it doesn't start to move, then I will get out and reevaluate. And I held on obviously quite longer, and then threw on a put spread to counter the theta decay, but it wasn't moving, so I decided to close it for a small loser. Wednesday, when I entered this bull call spread on RH, let's see, It was looking good, but I may have to stop out of it by Monday. Let's see what happens. So you see I entered it, it was looking like a good pullback and it was continuing higher, but this is a big red engulfing candle and higher than average volume, so that may be a loser on Monday. VIX, this is nothing more than a hedge. I put this on just in case something crazy will happen in the market and it goes down. So the market goes down, the VIX shoots up. That's just a hedge on my long trades. Now CVS, that completely was frustrating. Nonetheless, here it is. This is why I entered. Okay. So pulled back to the support area. And I entered long, had a squeeze forming up. And I was aiming for, obviously like it says right here, the 1272 and the 1618 extensions, which are these white lines in the background. Ended up getting stopped out. Started just to roll over, not work, and then I stopped out right there. So, but make your loser small. When I broke the support at 73, I decided that was it. Go ahead and closed it. And move on for the next trade. This FIS trade is the exact same thing that happened with WHR. I entered expecting a squeeze to fire. Everything was lining up, and it just wasn't working. And the same thing as the other one. The Iran news, I was worried everything would start coming down, so I wanted to decrease my exposure to the long side. So I ended up closing. So you see, I bought the calls down here and sold it around here for a completely break-even trade. So I bought it for 465 and sold it for 465. At least it's a scratch. But nonetheless, if I put this in here, you look at it now it obviously triggered and shot up. But I guess a scratch is better than a loser, right? Alright, on to Thursday the 9th. Alright, Walmart. I closed half of my Walmart position, and if I did create a video on this, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put a little card at the top right here on the right side of your screen. You can click it and watch it if you wish, but I closed half for a little over 100% return. And then next week I'll have to close it. I'm still targeting around the $15 level. So that's still working in our favor. So I covered half at a little over 100% return, and my stop loss is now at break even. So playing on the house's money now. And the other one, ADP. Alright, that is discussed in the next day. Alright, last day. Alright, Disney. Got stopped out on Disney for a $540 loss. So I entered right here as it's coming down. I bought on this day right here, expecting it to go back up and test the highs. My price is above the 8 and the 34 EMA, which is where I like the price to be as we move up. And I closed on Friday, obviously because I closed below the 34 EMA. Momentum bounced right off of here, but my rules say below the 34 EMA, get out. So I closed the position for a $500 loss. And it has me a little concerned about. So I entered when it was right here, obviously shot up, and then I've just been trending down ever since. So if it's not working, get out and look for the next trade. All right, now comes to the trade of the week. Kind of have two of them. They both worked out. They're both Iron Condors. I had an Iron Condor, an ADP, and DE. So if you don't know what an Iron Condor is where you collect collect money as long, or you collect a premium as long as it stays in between a zone. So on this particular trade, this white line at 178.50 and 169, if price was to stay between there for the time frame of the trade, then it is a winner. So I entered the trade for $1 and I closed it for 90 cents. So I had 90-cent profit. So the way Iron Condor works is you're putting on 2 credit spreads, and as long as price stays in between the zone, then you're collecting premium off of beta decay and volatility decreasing. And see, I held the trade for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So 5 days for, I believe, a 20%, 25% return. So it's not bad. And all I needed it to do was stay in between a time frame. So that's the trade of the week. And you see right here, it says it's still open, and I made, we'll say 611, but this is, and I closed the short strikes to save on, commissions. Sorry, so then my long my long options in the spread are going to expire worthless, so this will decrease, and this, I believe, is actually only a $500 winner. Right, same thing with ADP. It's moving sideways as long as it stayed between 172.97 and 164.55. I'm collecting that premium, and it's be a winner. So it just has to stay in the zone for the short time frame that I had it. And it still says open because, like I said, I closed the short options, and then the long options expired worthless. And this, I believe, max profit should be about a $400 winner, if I remember correctly. So those are the trade of the weeks, DE and ADP, because they're kind of the only ones that really worked, moving sideways, and which makes sense because the market is kind of up to sideways motion up until Friday when everything started to come down towards the close. So there you have it. That's your weekly trading review and the trade of the week. If you have any suggestions on how I should do this, I know this particular one was kind of all over the place. I know I have to click several places just to get back to where I was. And if you want me to go in more depth on the trades, or if you have any other ideas, go ahead and reach out and comment and let me know. Other than that, everyone enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you next week.